Global.
What's good? What's good? For the people who don't know what's going on right now, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Sheek with Dirty Water, Voss Entertainment.
Okay, now Dirty Water, Voss Entertainment. Where did y'all start? What's the beginning of that?
We actually started here in Texas.
Okay.
Okay, we founded here in Texas.
Are you from Texas?
No, I'm from California, the Bay Area.
Okay.
So we actually, my husband felt that there was an untapped artistry here, and so we went ahead and moved here and wanted to give artists a chance to show their craft.
Okay. Now I remember like real early on, like when Say Cheese was like, at the beginning of their era, like they announced that you guys actually signed, I think it was Fat Pimp, Lil Ronny, and then Trey Ward.
I don't know the specific orders. I know Fat Pimp was first. I think, Lil Ronny and then Trey Ward, I think.
Now, was that your first artist that you started off with?
No, we started off with Zarion from LA.
Okay.
Yeah, Zarion was here. We moved Zarion here, and with along with Maine on the Beats, and started doing Zarion, and then we met Fat Pimp, and then we started doing Fat Pimp.
Okay.
And then from there we went to Lil Ronny, then to Trey Ward. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what made you guys want to get into the music industry though? Like, was this your first venture into the music business with Dirty Water?
No, my husband was an artist himself, and he was in the process with Ice Cube and all of them, but he wanted to come and give someone a chance that he never received and back them, and so that's how we ended up here in Texas.
Okay. Now, I used to see you a lot, you know what I'm saying, like front line, like, were you like manager or like CEO?
At that time, I was president of Dirty Water.
Okay.
And then I stepped down because Lil Ronny needed a manager.
Okay.
And I stepped down to manage Ronny.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And how was that?
It was good. It was good. I mean, we had our ups and downs, but for the most part of it, Ronny is a very, very talented artist. He, he's just talented.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Now, was Throw That Ass in a Circle under the Dirty Water umbrella?
Yes, we bought that from Fam Life because Lil Ronny was with Fam Life at first.
Okay.
And we actually bought his catalog, the whole entire catalog with, oh my gosh, Little Ronny and Yellow Beezy when they were young. So I have all this catalog with all of these songs waiting to be released that we've never released.
Wow.
When they were younger.
Okay.
And Throw That Ass in a Circle, we actually purchased.
Okay.
So we were behind Throw That Ass in a Circle. The song was bigger than Little Ronny.
Right.
And so we actually ran with that to make him try to catch up to the song, but the song was just gone.
Okay. Now, if you had to say, would you say that song would be like gold or like platinum?
Platinum.
Okay. Now, like, why no plaques for the song though?
There's different calibers as far as when you go into buying or purchasing than streaming. And so we were right at the cusp and everything switched over into streaming.
Wow, okay.
And so that's the process. So now everything started all over.
Right.
And so now we're still playing catch up.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
Actually our attorneys are looking into that, making sure and tracking everything down to make sure that I think it went gold. I want to say it went platinum because everybody I know, I mean, even I can call London right now and they know Throw That Ass in a Circle.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, with, like you said, the song was bigger than Lil Ronny.
Right.
How did you guys like capitalize off of the song, like around that era? Like, what was it like for Dirty Water? Because I remember when the Beyonce dance to the song, it went up. It was just a crazy time.
Well, again, we purchased the catalog, and
my timeline might be a little bit off.
Okay, so we actually purchased the catalog like maybe 2 or 3 years after the song was released already.
Oh, okay.
So when we got Ronny, we was playing catch up.
Okay.
And I remember distinctively having a conversation with Lil Ronny and saying, hey, we need to revamp this song. It's not going anywhere. We need to put like Megan Thee Stallion on it or somebody, on it, that's from Texas, that's going to make it whole again. He wouldn't do it. He, you know, that was his baby. He didn't want to do it, and it was like, we got to do it.
No, for sure. Now, you know, it's been a lot of interviews. Everybody been doing interviews these days. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a lot to say.
Everybody got a lot to say.
Right. Now, shout out to Big D the Mogul. You know what I'm saying? We had Trey Ward in here, and he kind of spazzed.
Right.
Now, from your perspective, what was like the issue with Trey Ward?
There's no perspective. There's the truth, and there's lies.
Okay.
So either you want the truth or you want to lie.
I want your truth. I want your truth.
So Trey Ward, don't get me wrong, Trey Ward is a good artist. And it's like so many artists, everybody wants to point the finger at the person instead of themselves and say, hey, what am I not doing right to be successful? At the time Trey Ward was young, he had his dad in his ear, his mom in his ear, so you got all these other people in his ear. He's not going to listen to the label because he's going to listen to his parents.
Right.
So at that particular time, we had to kind of like say, okay, well then we got to move forward with somebody else if you're not going to listen to us, and we're the one putting the money behind you and backing you.
Right. Okay. Now, I talked to a few people around that time, and they were saying y'all put a lot of money into Trey Ward.
Yes.
Like, a lot of money into
We believed in him.
Okay. Now, could that relationship ever be mended?
I'm not into going backwards.
Okay. For sure.
Okay.
Now, like, when do you get Boogotti Kasino as an artist?
So Boogotti. We got Boogotti Kasino, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. And how was everything with Boogotti as an artist?
I didn't want to work with Boogotti. I'm being honest. I didn't want to work with Boogotti. Not to say that he's a bad artist, because he's not. I just don't like gangster rap. Okay, so that's just not my preference. But the label kind of made me, responsible for him, and I went ahead and worked with him. Boogotti is a good artist, but sometimes when you have people around you that is not in your best interest, you kind of move forward with certain things. You don't know. When you're used to something, you don't know how to pick something else that's healthy for you.
Okay. Now, it was some rumors that you guys wouldn't release Boogotti to sign the 1017. Is that true?
No, we released them. We had the attorneys, his attorneys, our attorneys, their attorneys. Everybody was in it. We came to an agreement. We actually released them. Okay.
So the rumors of him allegedly, possibly going to 1017 was true?
We have no idea on that.
Okay. For sure. All right, now moving forward, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with Dirty Water now?
Oh, wow. There's so much positive things in the works right now. We have GTB, which is a young act. We also had Chad, Bankroll Chad.
Okay. Is GTB from Texas?
No, they're from California.
Okay.
But from Texas, from Fort Worth, we have Bankroll Chad, which, I'm working with personally. And we about to change Texas.
Okay, for sure. Now, are you guys looking for new artists currently, or?
We are looking for new artists.
Okay, now how would an artist get in contact with you?
How
do you pick your artists?
You know what? I pick my artists by having a conversation, interviewing them, seeing their talent, seeing if they're coachable, if they're trainable. I am one of those people that I will go ahead and sign you and then just watch. I'll sit back and watch your behavior.
So you saying you could possibly get shelved if you don't act right?
Quickly.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Like, have you ever had to shelve an artist before?
Several.
Wow. Like what? How does it get to that point?
So with any label, if they're backing you with their financial, they're not gonna just sit there and take bullshit from you. The drugs, the alcoholism. People have to be responsible for their own actions. At some particular time, you can't sit there and say, what can you do for me when you can't do for yourself?
Right.
You have to come in and be proactive. But when you want something that's handed to you, then you're in the wrong business.
No, that's a fact. Now, it looked like you don't play. I ain't gonna lie. Like it looked like you know what I'm saying. Your artist might have a hard time with you. So like
I just listen. I'm a Capricorn. I love my sign. I'm true to the sign. I'm true to the sign. I'm a Capricorn.
So you're December or January?
December.
Okay.
December 20th. If anybody know about a Capricorn, we strictly about paper. You know, I'm gonna walk that walk, talk that talk. At the end of the day, I'm gonna hold you responsible and accountable for your actions.
Okay, for sure. Now, anybody you know that might be watching you, you know, and keeping up with your progress. What advice would you give them, you know what I'm saying, somebody's looking up to you to be where you are today?
Get a team. Get a team you can trust. That's important. Because if you can't trust your team, then you don't have anything.
Okay.
And I trust my team.
For sure. Now, being as though you have been here in the DFW for a few years now in the music industry, what's your take on what's the current state of the DFW hip-hop scene?
That's not, it's divided with the actions of, I'd say, Mo3, the killing of Mo3, well, I'll say the death of Mo3, Yellow Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy. Texas in itself is divided. It's not about Dallas anymore. It's about Texas itself.
How do you think we can come back from the division? Like, is it a way? Like, do you feel like everyone has to come together for Texas to thrive?
Everyone has to come together, and you know, some things you can't come back from. That's one of those things you can't come back from. No matter if it was, you know, one person did wrong, this person did wrong, but somebody didn't do right. So Texas right now is divided because it's like picking sides. And so what we should not be is picking sides, because wrong is wrong. Killing is wrong. Dividing is wrong. And we need to stand up and have a voice in what's right.
For sure. Now, what are you doing to you know, help the scene?
Well, we are in the process of releasing some new music. And it's all about Texas and the spirit of Texas, and making people look at Texas different. And like I said, I have a new artist, Bankroll Chad, and producer Eddie B on the beat. He back there.
Eddie B on the track.
On the track, the beat. They came together, they collaborated together, and they made some really, really interesting music.
Okay. So what's the new single we need to be looking out for Bankroll Chad?
He's got several. Straight out of Texas.
Okay.
Straight out of Texas.
Okay, for sure.
It's coming real soon.
Now, are you tapped into like the bloggers?
I'm tapped into some bloggers, but I'm a little bit busy to be reading everybody's blogs.
Right. Well, my question was gonna be like, who's some bloggers that you kind of, you know, look out for to get your news from?
Well, let me correct myself on my bloggers. Dallas Global.
Don't say it just because you're in front of me now. Don't say it. You know what I'm saying? Let
me put it to you like this. I have a team that comes to me and they say, hey, this is from this person, 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 from this bloggers. And so, you know, I don't really follow the bloggers, but if I was to follow a blogger, it would be Dallas Global.
Oh, all right. I appreciate that. Now, signing off, you know, like, what do you want Texas to know?
I'm here to stay.
Tell them. Still solid. All right. Any shout outs?
Yes, I'll give a shout out to Moni Seasoning, my sister. She's got amazing seasoning out there. Tammy, to Delicious Daiquiris, to Rio's Chicken and Fish, which we brought you some of that hot sauce we made special for you. I like to give Chad Bankroll, Eddie B on the track, New York back there.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you for coming out. Hopefully we stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? We can get an updated interview in a couple months. And much success to you.
Thank you.
All right.